video is to go over the memorable Meadows March 2024 paper pumpkin kit. What a gorgeous kit. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips and hints on the kit, and then I'm going to share a bunch of alternates with you. So let's talk about what came in the kit. We got the ingredients to make these 3 cards, 3 of each, so 9 total. And with the kit, when it comes in, I always do the samples pretty much the way they're designed. I did do a little tweaking on these this time, and I'll explain that as I go along. We get all the ingredients, including the adhesives. The only thing we ever have to add is our block. First-time subscribers get a block with their subscription. And then we get the stamps, and this month's stamps were called Memorable Meadows, and it's all sentiments with the one little flower. I love this. Have a beautiful birthday. Heartfelt thanks. It's the little things that matter. You've been on my mind, and then the little floral. Now, March is Paper Pumpkin's birthday, so we get a present, and we got an extra stamp set this month, so that makes the kit really valuable, and it was pretty good sized. This big floral right here, if you've got the kit and you've played with it yet, you'll know that this does not fit on a D block. It actually fits on an E block. So it is a little bit larger than most of the images that we get with our paper pumpkin kit. So if you don't have an E block, reach out and I can get one ordered for you. It'll fit on an F2, which is really super large. And then we got a garden green ink spot. And then we got these wooden pieces, and I'm going to talk to you about these a little bit more here in a few minutes. One thing I want to point out is be careful when you're punching them out of the negative. They are fairly fragile. And then the other thing is that if you're going to mail them, I suggest using a padded envelope because they may get broken in the mail otherwise. So it might be a really good card to give out with one that you hand out to somebody, or just leave the wooden pieces off if you're worried about that. So let's look at the cards as they're designed. So this is what they look like as they're designed. Now, the one tweak I did on all of these is these are really kind of boring. I guess that's the best way to describe them. I didn't like them, this color. They didn't really go with the project to me. So I took my ink spots and I just colored them all up. So I'm going to show you how I did that. Just took it in there and I just blotched it all up, distressed it a little bit, and changed it up a little bit so it kind of popped. So you'll see that on all 3 of mine. And I'm going to show you something else that you can do with these too. So there's the first card. You've been on my mind. Great card to send to somebody that maybe is having surgery or maybe has had a loss in their family or something like that. And then this one. And again, I just distressed that with the ink spots. I can never have too many thank you cards. And then this one is the birthday card. And these all have the coordinating beautiful kind of a rounded envelope. So really different style of envelope. Now, as you look at these, the card base, it's the same on both sides. And the imagery is just absolutely stunning and gorgeous. So as soon as I finished with these, I started cutting these in half so that I could maximize my kit and use these beautiful backs rather than having them as a back. So let me show you how I played around with that a little bit. Set those to the side. All right, here's my first alternate. And so I did cut that up, and then I just mounted on a piece of basic white cardstock, and I added a little bit of ribbon. This is ribbon that I got off the clearance rack a while back. And then these are just the labels and the vellum from the actual kit. Okay, so there's one idea. If you're one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, these ideas will all be posted on our Facebook page, so you can refer back to them. Now, we did get that extra stamp set, so I wanted to make it look like it was sitting in a vase or a pot holder. So this is one of the labels that came, one of the dies for the card, and I just thought it looked like a pot. or a vase. So I just placed it down there, and then I stamped that image, and Gorgeous Grape is my color that I used here. I had a team meeting yesterday, and one of my team members suggested maybe embossing this with a folder or distressing it a little bit. That probably would have added a lot of texture. I didn't think about that, and I think that would be a really great idea if you were going to copy this card. And please do. That's the greatest compliment. Maybe try running this in through one of your embossing folders first. Just give it a little more texture. All right, here's another one. Again, I just cut the card base, and then I mounted it on some Gorgeous Grape cardstock. And then I colored in the sequins with my blend. So, because these are kind of just plain, I mean, they're a little iridescent, but I just colored them in with one of my blends. Give it a little more color, pop it off there. Now, my daughter, she loves just really plain image cards like this. So I left a couple just plain. I'm going to give these to her. I always like to give her cards for Mother's Day, so I'll make up a little pack of cards. And I thought, well, she's just going to love these. She doesn't want anything stamped in them. That way she can use them for whatever she wants. So I left a couple plain because they are just really beautiful all by themselves. All right, now, each quarter, and we're in our second quarter now, Stampin' Up! Is coming up with these die sets that actually coordinate with the quarters kits. So this one coordinates with March, April, and May. And I'll show it to you. Oh, actually, this coordinates with April, May, and June, but I brought it in and started playing with it with this one. I love this die set. It's only $12, and it's so versatile. You're going to see a whole bunch of samples. So it's got the word thanks. It's got this cute, and this is a good size little label. And then it's got a butterfly. So you can use this all by itself, or you can run it through together, and I'll show you what it does. This does not cut. It leaves it attached in the middle so the wings can be pulled up and you get some really nice dimension out of it. Now these are available while supplies last, and they are $12. And you have to be a Paper Pumpkin subscriber in order to order them. So they're $164.397. So if you haven't ordered one yet, you might want to before they sell out, because they are only while supplies last. Okay, so let's take a look at some cards that I made with that. So I took the kit, and there's that butterfly, and that's how it pops up there, and I got a thanks on there. And then this is mounted on the Gorgeous Grape. And then here's another one that uses all of the dies. So I used the label, the thanks, and the butterfly. I'm a little crazy with this. I love it. And again, it's just mounted on Gorgeous Grape. Here's another one. This is mounted on Balmy Blue, and it's just got a thanks. And it's just the card base, and then this is the label from the kit, and then the little sequins. And here's another one. These are all very simple, but they're beautiful. I can never have enough thank you cards, it seems. Okay, here's another one. So on this one, I cut the butterfly. It's underneath this. You don't see it because I used the label. I turned the label over so we don't have the gold, and just put the thanks there. And then this covered where the butterfly came out of. So it came out of this part of the card base. And that's Garden Green ribbon. And then, oh, I got to put a liner in here. The Gorgeous Grape cardstock. Okay, here is another one. We actually did this one at my team meeting yesterday. And I just used that thanks from the die set. And then this is the Flowering Xena DSP from the latest online exclusives that got released a couple of weeks ago. All right, and here is my last sample, just a little note card here. And again, I used the die set. And then here is those wooden elements again. And I want to show you what I did on these wooden elements. So this is, I have one left here. Finish off one more card. Get a piece of paper out here. Might not need it, but just in case. All right, so I used my blending brush and Garden Green. So it's just another way to color these in. You can use the ink spot like I did. You get a better coverage and a different look by using the blending brush. And you could also use like a sponge to color it in. If you don't have the blending brushes, you could use a brayer. You could color it in with your blend markers. I don't know about using regular markers. That may not work. And you'll want to be careful if you're using your blends because this is wood, so it's going to kind of affect your tips on your blends. The blending brush, to me, is easy to do, and it provides a lot of coverage. So it's just a little different look than what you're going to get with using the ink spot. And then let's just try this sponge and see how that looks, if that looks a lot different or not. So this, you're going to get more of a pounce. It's not as good of a coverage, but it really depends on what you're looking for. This is just a little bit lighter. Okay, so there's 3 different ways if you want to color those wooden elements in. You can. Okay, let's talk about a few more things and then we'll be done. It's easy peasy. I haven't done anything with the negatives yet, which I know is odd for me. I've saved them. So this is what I had left. So you've got these vellum ones, and you've got these labels, and then you've got these. I don't know if I'll get to playing with them. I've got a lot going on right now, and I wasn't feeling it when I was playing with the kit, but we'll see. Stay tuned. Okay, the April kit is called Delicate Wings Kit. It makes 9 cards, 3 of 3 designs. You're going to have some champagne foil images. The butterfly, it's a butterfly design and they partially pop up. And the colors are Lost Lagoon, Moody Mauve, Basic Beige, which is a new color coming in the new catalog, Basic Gray, Basic Black, and then the champagne foil. So, ooh la la, it sounds lovely. By the way, I forgot to mention this. There are refill kits available for the Memorable Meadows. And those, again, are available while supplies last. And they are $11.50. You get everything except the stamp set and the ink spot. So all of the card bases, envelopes, your dies, your labels, the sequins, everything comes except the stamps and the ink spot. And that March refill is 164392, and again it's $11.50. Okay, just a couple more things that I want to mention. So catalogs, this mini catalog and then the annual catalog, they both end the end of April. So April 30th is the last day to order from either one of these catalogs. There are some sales coming on April 9th. And there are a last chance products list for the annual catalog, and then there's also one for the mini catalog. So these are the items that are retiring, and some of them are on sale up to 60% off. And again, that sale starts on April 9th. And these items that are on these lists are while supplies last. Some things have already sold out. If you haven't purchased your reinkers for the 2022-2024 in colors, I would highly recommend you do that as soon as possible. I believe Parakeet Party has already sold out, and some of the card stock is getting low. So those things, again, are while supplies last. If you are one of my Paper Pumpkin subscribers, or you're on my team, or you've submitted a $50 order or more this year, you're going to get the new annual catalog in the mail next month. So be watching for that to arrive next month. If you didn't fall into any of that criteria, then reach out. I do have a catalog club that I'm offering, and that needs to be taken care of by April 29th because I've got to place my order to get these mailed out. So just reach out and let me know, and I'll let you know the details on the catalog club. Or place a $50 order before tax and shipping before March 29th, and you'll automatically get the catalog mailed to you. Okay, I think that is it. Thanks so much for joining me. And if you have any questions about your kit or anything else, feel free to reach out and I'll help you the best I can. All right, have a great rest of the day. Thanks again. See you next month. Take care.